Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Associated Press that was published on June 22nd, written by Jonathan Lemire and Darlene Superville. Trump pushes back against border separation uproar. See, what gets me is that we have a situation here where the legacy media, the cultural Marxist left, cannot admit that they got caught in their shit. They got caught in a lie. And now the AP here, Jonathan and Darlene to be more exact, for AP, are going to try to spin that they got caught lying with more lies. It's actually pretty funny. What they're doing here is so pathetically sad, but it's in that I'm going to laugh at you kind of way because you're doing it. President Donald Trump tried to cast doubt Friday on wrenching tales of migrant children separated from their families at the border, dismissing phony stories of sadness and grief, while asserting the real victims of the nation's immigration crisis are Americans killed by those who cross the border unlawfully. And he is very right about that. We have a problem in this country with illegal crime. Okay, violent crime on top of that. And I'm not saying all with that, and he's not saying all with that, but yet people like these two numbnuts, the people who run the Associated Press, just the legacy media, the leftist media, because I'm sure fucking Water Buffalo, freaking Chunky Yogurt, I'm sure he's in an uproar about this. He was already bitching about this separation thing before. So the whole thing is that they got caught lying about it. And they're trying to ignore actual victims. Because when you have gang violence from like MS-13, when you have identity theft, when you have all these types of crimes being perpetrated by illegals, not illegal immigrants, they're illegals. All right, that was the acceptable term. All right, illegal alien, acceptable term. You're not an immigrant. To be an immigrant, you have to immigrate to a place legally. Otherwise, you're a fucking criminal. Regardless of any other crimes that you commit, the fact that you came here illegally makes you a fucking criminal. Deal with that fact. But yet they don't want to admit this on the left or the legacy media. No one wants to admit that. Bombarded with criticism condemning the family separation situation as a national monument of shame, Trump came back firing sometimes twisting facts and changing his story, but nonetheless highlighting the genuine grief of families on the other side of the equation. Wait a minute. Twisting facts. Stating facts is not fucking twisting them, okay? Stating the fact that this quote-unquote separation thing was going on well before he was president is a fact, but yet that's putting it on Obama. That's really bad. So we can't have that. I mean, this is the type of stuff that they're talking about, twisting it. It's ridiculous. You hear the other side. You never hear this side, said Trump, standing with a dozen of what he calls the angel families who have lost loved ones at the hands of people in the country illegally. He focused on the fact that young migrants separated from parents are likely to be reunited, unlike the victims of murder. Which is very, very true. And it's a truth that the virtue signaling left doesn't want out there, because if people know, odds are these kids are going to be reunited with their parents unless they're a complete and total fucking wastes of space that have done something or criminal or whatever. Yeah, that's when you have that. This shit just drives me nuts, because I mean, they're trying to say, this is more tragic than the crime committed by illegal problem killing actual Americans. It's disgusting. It really is. Amid mushrooming bipartisan concern over depictions of terrified migrant children separated from their parents, Trump on Wednesday had abruptly reversed course and signed an executive order to overturn the policy, although up to 2,000 children are still believed to be separated from their parents. And this is something that he didn't start. He stopped it, but yet you tried to blame him for it. But that rare moment of public capitulation was brief from the president, who laced his remarks at a rally in Minnesota that night with hardline immigration rhetoric that continued Friday. It's not immigration rhetoric. It's illegal rhetoric. Okay, as in illegals. And he wasn't capitulating. Okay? Something that was wrong. It was started before he became president, and he solved the problem. I love how you got to twist the situation, though. And you're like, oh, well, he then doubled down with his hardline immigration rhetoric. Wah, fucking wah. That's what you're basically saying. In a tweet, the president raised questions about whether the migrants' hardship really existed. Well, considering I don't buy a lot of the bullshit stories that are being told, because a lot of these people, they're economic migrants. They're not fleeing, the shit that they're claiming to flee. They want to come here and get free shit and put money in their pockets to send home. That's what the main thing is with this. Because if you look, they're supposedly, coming here because they're refugees fleeing. Yet, all they do is send money home to their family. To me, that's economic, not refugee. We must maintain a strong southern border, the president tweeted. We cannot allow our country to be overrun by illegal immigrants as the Democrats tell their phony stories of sadness and grief, hoping it will help them in the elections. Obama and others had the same pictures and did nothing about it. And here's the thing. That's talking about the Democrats, too. But yet they're trying to make it sound like, oh, he said that about the actual illegals. I'm saying that about the illegals. What he said is the Democrats and Obama were full of shit. But see, heaven forbid you actually say what he said. Even though you put the quote there, that's what gets me. He's physically talking about the Democrats, but it's the children. Oh, God, you people are fucking pathetic. Trump's suggestion that stories were erroneous was likely fueled by revelations Friday about one of the defining images to this point in the crisis, a 2-year-old Honduran girl crying as her mother was stopped by a Border Patrol agent. But the girl in the photograph, who ended up on the cover of Time magazine this week, was not separated from her mother, but detained with her. The child's father told the Daily Mail. Time magazine said it stood by the image because it captures the stakes of this moment. So basically, Time magazine gets caught in a lie. The girl's own father says, no, that's not the case. The federal government says, hey, no, that's not the case. The president says, no, that's not the case. And Time magazine's like, nope, they're all lying. And here's the thing. This is a Randolph Hearst. Give me the pictures, I'll print the news, I'll make the news type of situation. I'm not directly quoting the quote, but he's been known to have said something to that. And that's what Time magazine did here. They took a picture and they they created a story around it. The left created this story around it. They took this story and ran with it. And when it blew up in their faces, they can't just admit, yeah, we lied, we got caught, we're fucking scum for doing it. No, they can't do any of that. Trump has long chafed at the media's treatment, his fury only growing in the past week when he felt that he did not receive proper credit for his summit in Singapore with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He told the Trinity Broadcasting Network in an interview with former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, set to air Saturday, that he found the news coverage almost treasonous. Wow. You fuckers try to slant the whole Singapore Rocket Man meeting. Try to make it look like, even though he got what he wanted, he got the little fucker to back down. He got the little fucker to talk about to agree to denuclearization. He got all this shit accomplished. Things that your boy Obama, your fucking golden boy, couldn't do. Things that your bitch Hillary would never have done because, oh fuck, Bill her man literally gave Kim Jong-un the GE fucking nuclear reactors, okay, that allowed for him to refine materials, fissionable materials, to weapons grade quality. See, a lot of people don't remember this, but when it came out that the Clintons had given him the nuclear reactors, it also came out that these were ones that a byproduct of them enriching fissionable material was they produced electricity. Because, oh yeah, let's give a fucking tin pot dictator nuclear power plants to begin with. Because, you know, you just can't take that technology and modify it and use it and find a way to weaponize it. Oh no, that's not bad enough. But no, they literally handed him, Bill and his wife, the crooked fucks that they are, handed him GE nuclear reactors that enrich material. Okay, the fucking globalist deep state fucks that go along with those people, those two. Papa and Baby Bush, they didn't do shit. Jimmy Carter, one-term wonder, didn't do a fucking thing. With Kim's father, okay, you know, Reagan didn't do shit with Kim's father, and he actually accomplished a lot because he knocked down the whole fucking communist bloc. He beat the snot out of them using words and caused them to implode through that and economic policies. So, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? You assholes tried to make it sound like he fucked up. And he was right. You're literally trying to cause, through slanting and falsely reporting on the whole thing, people to get upset in this country, to turn against the president. You literally are trying to undermine the president. I mean, treason, he went a little far there by saying it's almost treasonous, but you were really shitty scumbags. Because you can't handle the fact that he's actually succeeding and you don't want him to. It's disgusting, too. It makes you all look pathetic and sad. Some conservatives seized hold of the migrant photo faux pas to attack the media, and the White House press secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted, "It's shameful that Dems and the media exploited this photo of a little girl to push their agenda." So, an all-out fucking lie. Because this wasn't a mistake. This was a lie. A lie that Time Magazine and many on the left got caught pushing. You're going to call it a faux pas. That's some badass, and I don't mean in a badass in a good way, that's some bad, stanky ass, I'll say, attempt at trying to spin getting caught in a lie. It was a faux pas. No, it was a fucking lie. And you're disgusting for trying to exploit a little girl for your freaking bullshit globalist open border agendas. All of you fuckers. Other Trump allies have gone even further. Ann Coulter, a conservative pundit, said Sunday in an interview on Fox News that kids at the border are actor children who are given scripts to read by liberals. Considering this is a documented situation where you have members of NGOs literally helping these people get across the border, literally coaching these people on what to say. This is documented fact that these NGO people are doing this. Just like it's a documented fact that the NGOs are literally loading economic migrants from Northern Africa and other parts of the Truck of Peace world and helping them get into Europe. So they're being coached when they get there to say, oh, economic, oh, refugee, I flee this. And the children, it's no different. Coulter then turned to the camera and said to Trump, don't fall for it. And people shouldn't fall for it, because when you use children and you hold them up there, that's all about emotion. That's not about fact. That's about emotion. That's about feels over reals. A number of Democrats aggressively pushed back against Trump's claims. Okay, and you have nothing to use to do that, but go right ahead. Rep. Peter Welch of Vermont said Friday that Trump's assertion was bizarre and that the Border Patrol processing center he visited in Texas in recent days was nothing short of a prison. It's not a prison, number one. All right, prisons don't have amenities that these detention centers have, number one. Number two, when you enter the country illegally, you're fucking lucky you don't end up in a real fucking jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. No right to due process. You're fucking lucky because the Constitution was intended for American citizens and legal aliens to be protected, not illegals. So technically, they should not have any fucking rights under it. So they could just be thrown in it, you know, with the way the Founding Fathers intended. And I'm not saying this is right, but with what they intended, you know, because it was the idea of, yeah, all men are created equal. But they wanted people that were actual citizens to have, you know, it was the idea of those who have a vested interest in this country having their rights protected. They didn't believe, whether they believed that those others had the rights or not, they didn't believe that the government was there to protect them. It was there to protect the rights of the Americans. Well, not to infringe on them, and make sure that it's not infringed on, I should say, would be more accurate. All right, when they've got 3 square meals a day, cable fucking TV, there's playgrounds for the kids, they've got schools there for them. It's a small community in there. It's not like, you know, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Because what they're getting in those places, I'm sure, is a hell of a lot better than the village they came from with no running water or fucking electricity. It's disgusting what you people are trying to do. As part of his defense for his zero-tolerance border crossing policy, you mean the fucking law? That's the law, not zero-tolerance policy, not a zero-tolerance. It's the fucking law. Trump has frequently pointed to and exaggerated the threat posed by members of the violent gang MS-13 who have entered the United States. What? He has not exaggerated the threat posed by MS-13. If you fucking morons, you 2 fucking morons that are writing this shit had just taken one look at the FBI's crime stats, or looked at the FBI's reports on MS-13, they're one of the most dangerous fucking gangs in this goddamn fucking country, you stupid fucks. Burning people alive and shit. Oh my fucking Lord. You lying sacks of fucking dog shit. He has not exaggerated it. Holy crap. And what was likely not a coincidence, the Justice Department on Friday unsealed an indictment charging 11 suspected MS-13 gang members in connection with the killings of 2 teens of Virginia. All the suspects were from El Salvador. Oh yeah, that just happened to be fucking convenient for this thing. Considering he's been saying how bad MS-13 is since before he got elected. How fucking convenient. Wow. He's actually taking care of MS-13, and you're trying to use that to attack him, saying that MS-13 is a fucking threat. It's trying to say it's a dog and pony show. You people are fucking disgusting. You are sleazy, scummy motherfuckers. Holy shit. But the central piece of Trump's attempts to counter-program against the despairing images of the border was to stand with the angel families, as he did repeatedly during his presidential campaign, including the 2016 Republican National Convention. Excuse me. The despairing images from the border. Oh, you mean the faked ones that Time Magazine got caught trying to, lie about? Well, not fake, but the fake narrative to it. You mean those pictures? Are we talking about those? And here you are trying to play down the fact that he's bringing up families, and he brings up different families each time. and in these families, mind you, that are all different, someone from it was murdered by an illegal alien, and they're all different. So you're trying to say, he's trying to exaggerate him as 13 and the whole crime thing from illegals. But yet, he has no problem finding these angel families who are wanting to go up there with him to show that they have an issue with what you want. Does that make any fucking sense? How you can try to play it like that? Because from my perspective, it doesn't. It just goes to show that you fucking have like jumped the shark, and you're actually starting to believe the shit that you're spewing. At the somber event at the White House complex on Friday, Trump introduced the families who delivered heartbreaking tales of their loved ones' lives and at times gruesome descriptions of their deaths. Yeah, because heaven forbid, they actually tell people what happened to their families so that they know what we can see if we keep continuing what we're doing, happening in our communities and with our families and our friends and people we just know in general, being, victims of this shit. Many of them held large photos of their loved ones, some of which the president autographed. Trump said that one of the victims looked like the actor Tom Selleck. Okay, I don't get how that's even fucking oh, wait. I know why you threw that in. Because, that would mean he's a fucking white man. You're trying to play the fucking identity politics, cultural Marxist white man card here? Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. Your loss will not have been in vain, Trump said. We will secure our borders, and we will make sure that they're properly taken care of, which is something that should have been going on for fucking decades. Should have been going on for well past my lifetime, and I've been on the planet for over 4 decades at this point. The president also rattled off a litany of statistics that indicated that illegal immigrants commit violent crimes at far higher rates than U.S. citizens, saying, "You hear it like they're better people than what we have than our own citizens. It's not true." I love this. He's actually citing FBI crime numbers. Fucking FBI crime numbers. They won't even admit this. Because watch what they do here next. And this is the one thing that really chapped my ass about this, okay? Because FBI, their crime numbers are fucking wrong. They're liars. Trump is lying. The numbers he spewed are wrong, okay? This is right here. But his assertions have been contradicted by a number of studies, including one by the Cato Institute and another in the Journal of Criminology, that found that places with higher percentages of undocumented immigrants do not have higher crime rates. So, wait a minute. 2 studies, one by the fucking left-loving, the fucking cultural Marxist left-loving Cato Institute. The other one by the Journal of Criminology. That ignore FBI actual crime numbers. Say, that's a lie, that's a lie. The FBI are liars. Bullshit. You 2 people are scumbags trying to play it like that. Because you can't counter FBI actual numbers. Because it's the actual recorded numbers of crime. And they record ethnicity. They record legal status on note of citizenship. Or resident alien status. They record all that shit. And you can't counter those actual numbers. So you've got to pull this shit out of your ass. It's disgusting. It's freaking disgusting. A Homeland Security report said that there were 972 calls reporting crimes to its Victims of Immigration Crime Engagement Hotline from April 26th through September 30th last year. The hotline handled a total of 4,602 calls, including general comments. The report said some of the calls were made for victim impact statements that lead to the deportation of someone who commits a crime. Victims also testified in immigration court proceedings, and their calls led to the arrest and detention of others. Okay, this has nothing to do with this, but alright. But yeah, you want to throw it in for whatever reason. And if anything, it goes to show that you have a lot of illegal shit going on here with the illegals. Just from April to September, 4,602 calls. And I love how you go and throw, including general comments. I'm betting, though, they are not, even remotely, say even remotely a size, even remotely a percentage of the calls that's really worth noting. But you decided to do it to try to fluff that fact that, through implication, mind you, that, look, 972 calls. I bet you a lot of them. I bet you a lot of those calls, out of those 972 and the 4,602 total, were mostly comments. Bet you there's only a couple comments proportionately to the rest of it. At the event, Trump also bashed the mayor of San Diego for warning citizens about immigration agent raids. But the mayor of San Diego, Kevin Faulconer, is a Republican who did not provide a tip. A mayor who did was Libby Schaaf, a Democrat from Oakland. So he makes a mistake, and that's the best you've got, is that mistake. I'm sure he meant Oakland. Most people are sure he meant Oakland. Yeah, look at he fucked up. Well, you fuckers lied. All you fuckers in the legacy media lied through your teeth, got caught, and now you're trying to spin lies with more lies. And lies of omission, like the whole fact of what the numbers that Trump was giving when he was doing that were FBI fucking crime numbers. Because where do you think he's going to get his crime numbers from? I don't know. Being the president of the FBI? You're fucking sleazy people. And I've covered this well enough. I mean, this is some ridiculous shit. Lies, twisting lies with more lies. Anyway, I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.